G'day everyone. So, we all know what Transformers are, and over the years I have fallen in love with a lot of the shows and stories that have been released. However, I have also been exploring some foreign adaptations of Robots in Disguise, from Brave Police J Decker to Diegunder and Machine Change League, which will be its own video one day. However, today we are focusing on a show called Metal Cardbot. So, this Korean TV series by Sam G Animation was released in March of last year and focuses around a young boy named Jun Grant who finds a wacky Ben 10-like watch while befriending a friendly police car named Blue Cop as they go running around befriending other metal cardbots that occur throughout the series. These bots come from the planet Machina. However, as their planet was exploding, the great mother computer Deus Machina entrusted Blue Cop with the metal brace to gather his friends as they all fled the planet. Or at least that's what I can understand from it anyway. Either way, with the metal cardbots landing on Earth, Jun must use the metal brace to bring together the wayward bots as a great evil descends on their planet. So, this short 26 episode series was an extremely fun watch with a diverse range of characters. However, unless you understand Korean, then you're going to have to be good with visual aids. But believe me, it's pretty obvious what is being conveyed throughout the show. But before we begin, we first have to ask what exactly differentiates a cardbot from other robots? Well, they are robots with the ability to transform into a vehicle and have their form also stored on a card, which holds their specific weapons, which Jun can summon once they are sealed in the metal brace. So think of them kinda like a Pokemon, because none of them want to be sealed as they essentially lose their free will and must obey the user of the metal brace once they are disarmed in battle. Thankfully, Jun isn't that kind of person and only wants to help and befriend them, only dictating them in dire situations or for homework. So, let's run through our roster of cardbots as we make our way through this series. And before I proceed, yes, there will be spoilers all throughout, so feel free to watch the show before returning to this point. So, let's say hi to Blue Cop, a police officer and valiant member of the Star Guardians, which were defenders of the planet Machina before it exploded. With Blue Cop being one of the first to arrive on Earth, this kind and selfless bot partners with Jun after he acquires the metal brace, so that he can learn more of Earth culture and ensure peace between the cardbots and humanity. Throughout the show, Blue Cop and Jun grow a close bond as they go around defeating cardbots that are causing a ruckus in the streets, often acting as a mentor for these bots while keeping the peace between them. His key weapon is the Justice Gauntlet that mounts onto his right arm, greatly increasing his strength and allowing for ranged attacks. Later in the show, he is able to synchronize his powers with Jun's heart to create the devastating Infinity Force break. So, the next bot is our breakdancing dump truck mega trucker, who despite his tough exterior is a free-spirited heart that just likes to entertain and defend those in need. He is first seen fighting against Blue Cop, causing him to accidentally drop the metal brace. However, due to his love of music, he is lured into a trap and is eventually defeated, being the first to be forcefully sealed into the brace. After realising he was a bit rash on his judgment of Blue Cop and Jun, he does everything he can to help his new friends, even if it's with excessive force. This is made possible with his Mega Protector Shield, which can be used for offense with his Mega Touchdown,
Touchdown!
「
「
メガ」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 ""
「」
or defense with the shoulder shield, encasing everyone in a protective sphere and can be boosted with the energy of other Cardbots, becoming large enough to protect a small town. So this is one Doctor you don't want to mess with. Mega Ambler is often serious and direct, but boasts incredible skills as a Doctor despite losing his license a long time ago on Machina, as his first appearance shows him essentially kidnapping people like Theo who are injured to analyse and heal them before returning them as bandaged mummies. Mega Ambler is able to heal most wounds on both humans and Cardbots, but he is truly deadly in combat, as he is able to pinpoint weaknesses in other Cardbots and uses his weapon, the Mega Forceps, to paralyse foes and halt most weapons. Where there's flames, the firefighter Phoenix Fire will always be first on the scene, even receiving a medal for his heroic deeds back on Machina. However, he is quite an anxious bot, as when he first landed on Earth, his pod burst into flames, traumatizing him due to his temperature sensors being overexposed to that much heat, becoming paranoid about all fires big and small. Thankfully afterwards, his mental health is recovered and is still slightly paranoid, but that's just Phoenix Fire. So to fight these flames, he is equipped with the Aqua Cannon that shoots a high pressure of water, but when things get rough, he pulls out the Fire Hammer to deliver devastating attacks, and the more fire it absorbs, the stronger it becomes. However, if stealth is required, then look no further than Shadow X, whose camouflage and helicopter mode allow him to surprise almost any foe, except for when he's using those abilities for childish pranks, especially upon his first meeting with Jun, pranking him because he did not like him for having the metal brace. Eventually, after a showdown at Ed's garage, they are able to knock some sense into him, becoming the happy-go-lucky bot that will do anything to protect his new friends. Being armed with the X-Wheel, he is able to conjure up powerful shurikens like the spinning cutter to throw at his enemies. Or he can create tornadoes of his own while also riding on top of the X-Wheel. Next, we have the powerful knight Wild Guard, who once looked up to Blue Cop back on Machina. However, after the death of their planet, he bowed himself to become the king of all Cardbots and proved that he could be better than Blue Cop could ever be. Upon arriving on Earth though, he was fatally wounded. However, he was discovered by a young boy named Chris, who had him repaired, and the two grew a very close bond. However, their allegiance was kept secret as Chris joined Jun's group of friends to learn more of the metal brace so that he could potentially take it for himself. Wielding the Wild Caliber and Wild Shield, he is able to block almost any attack while delivering devastating cuts that have taken down not only Blue Cop, but also Heavy Iron and Dexter. Speaking of Dexter, he is a passionate defender of nature, admiring the beauty of Earth until he saw construction sites destroying the precious forest, fueling his new hatred for humans, going so far as to nearly kill Ed and Chris, causing Wildguard to almost tear him apart after damaging his optics. Even so, Dexter is one tough bot, as with his arm drill, he is able to tunnel almost anywhere and can sense the faintest of vibrations while underground before he launches out using the spiral ray. The wilderness bounty hunter known as Fleta Z is rarely seen, but if you hear his flute, he likely has his eyes on you. He prefers to drift along with the wind, going wherever it takes him, but this does not mean he's careless, as he is rather distinguished when addressing other Cardbots and even humans like Vera and Anna. His main gripe with Jun and Blue Cop is that he doesn't understand why they must hide their existence from humanity, simply because they are different, also stating that the metal brace in their hands means that they will force their will into remaining hidden. But later learns that Jun understands the importance of their two species coexisting, but it will not be possible if they are not all united as one. So, Fleta Z prefers not to engage in combat. However, if he has fully analysed his foe and is forced to battle, he will unleash the Fleta bow that shoots deadly energy arrows, or can be used in its sword form for close combat. So now we begin to meet some of the actual antagonists of the show, although most of them aren't really established until the last third of the series. The first ones I'll talk about are the space pirates under Black Hook's command, who are a ragtag bunch that Captain Black Hook gathers to obtain the metal brace from Jun. The first member is Buffalo Crush, who we first see stealing energy resources to sustain himself due to an injury that causes him to consistently leak fuel. That is, until he tries to steal from Jun's mum Yuri, who scolds the bot but allows him to consume the energy after she cleans him up, even removing the nail causing the leak. Buffalo may not be smart, but he finds comfort in her kindness, even after the constant attacks to get the metal brace. However, after learning that one of their plans is to take Jun's family hostage, he cannot bring himself to do it thanks to Yuri's favour, challenging Jun alone with the promise of not harming his family. Buffalo Crush has a variety of weapons, from his twin tomahawks Bond Chopper and Heartlander that he throws at his foes, to the Buffalo Plate that allows him to shoot beams of energy and perform his special move, Buffalo Moonsault. The complete opposite of Buffalo, Buster Gallon is a genius inventor and the brains behind many of Black Hook's operations. Preferring to avoid close combat, he often sent his very adorable mini Gallon bots to spy and even try to steal the metal brace in Jun's sleep. That is until the poor bots were accidentally crushed by Buffalo. Eventually, he goes a little crazy after Buffalo is sealed, and decides to take matter into his own hands by backstabbing Black Hook and ambushing Jun and his Cardbots, almost winning thanks to his many inventions. So, among Buster's arsenal, he has many gadgets, but the main ones of note are his freeze grenades, the magnetic field generator, and the Buster Gatling armor that's equipped with powerful Gatling guns and a chest cannon. Now we finally meet the pirate captain himself, Black Hook, who loves his treasure with his eyes firmly set on Jun's metal brace, which is said to hold the true legacy of the Deus Machina. He is also a very compassionate captain who respects the wishes of his crew and will always look out for them, even shedding a tear when Buffalo is sealed. However, the same cannot be said for his rival Heavy Iron, who once stole the Star Crown from him and will do anything to retrieve his stolen prize back. Once all his crew are sealed, he goes out on his own to gather as much energy as he can for his final battle, and manage to overpower all of Jun's Cardbots but Buster Gallon, who plays to Black Hook's loyalty to subdue him. Being the second most infamous in all of Machina, Black Hook wields the Captain's Anchor, as well as the Captain Jack Cannon, that fires a devastating cannonball at his target.
어제 적은 오늘의 친구라는 거다.
블랙호크 캡틴즈 캐논!
캡틴즈
The most infamous of all the Cardbots is the Outlaw Heavy Iron, who I reckon can give Motormaster a run at the title of King of the Road. This giant Cardbot is so powerful that he is divided into two components, truck and trailer. Although he is incredibly tough when separated, he does require both to combine into his robot mode, as demonstrated when he first lands on Earth as just his truck form. Demonstrating his power, he has the incredible iron armor that increases his defense and allows him to use the iron cannon that can obliterate any caught in its path. However, after a humiliating defeat by Wildguard and Blue Cop, Heavy Iron goes into hiding, but his true intentions are revealed at the end of the season when he uses the star crown he stole from Blackhawk to start terraforming the Earth into a new machina, all so that he can save their lost race but rule over them, which sounds very similar to a series I've spoken about before. So within this Machinasium dome, Jun and his Cardbots do battle with Heavy Iron. However, due to the influence of the Star Crown, he is insanely overpowered by literally shooting lasers out of his fingers and regenerating in seconds. After decimating everyone but Jun and Blue Cop, Jun unleashes the ancient power of the Deus Machina by combining all 12 Cardbots into Ultimate Blue Cop.
얼티밋 아머 셋업!
And even though the metal brace does start to overheat throughout the fight, Jun is able to overpower Heavy Iron, sealing him and saving the Earth. We also then get to see him adorably show his pupils, which he had been hiding for the very first time. So that has been the main gist of Metal Cardbots, which was an incredibly fun but also sometimes confusing watch when trying to guess what is actually being said. Regardless, I highly recommend for you all to watch this series, even if it's just for the action, which I reckon is done pretty well. Now we just have to wait for the next season, as rumours of a second and even third season are being currently in the works. But until then, I hope you all enjoyed this video and go watch some Metal Cardbot. Bye bye.